checking the internet.
Okay.
It was an ISP thing, probably.
Is your
Just
stream
there we
still
go.
running?
Hey!
We're alive now. Whoa, sorry about that, guys, especially at such a tense moment.
No.
Apparently
Just
internet
added really intense.
had a bit of a hiccup, but not fully. It was weird. So, but we are back and we will resume. You did not miss anything, so don't worry. Let's go back, and I think Amir, it was you I interrupted. Is that right?
I was looking at the wall of weird connections about the Runelords he'd been making.
Okay.
And I just looked over and was like, my dude, if you can understand that better than me, I even live here and stare at it for quite some time. I have no idea.
I am going to apologize. My bit rate's being a little funky right now, so I think it should be fine since we're not like doing anything crazy, but just if there's a quality issue for now, everyone at home, I apologize. Hopefully it'll regulate.
And if there's a quality issue with the role playing, fuck you guys, just deal with that.
Yeah. This is how we play, damn it.
We're doing the best that we can.
Go watch Dimension 20 or some shit. We're not professionals.
We're just a bunch of average Joes. So
Please, I
Grail,
prefer average Jane.
So Grail, you wake up Una and Tree.
Are they in the same room?
I would think so.
Probably.
See?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Also, congratulations on figuring how to wake up a tree.
And Tree was.
I know. I can learn that ritual.
Was he sawing logs?
We can just say you guys got to sleep long enough to
Snuggle.
get everything back.
Woo. Love it.
It was that like late in the night.
I magically gained all my health back, right, DM?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Hey, rad.
And as Grail wakes you up, probably says that Amir and Hemlock are here.
How do you feel? Are you all right? Do you need any more healing?
No, I think I'm good.
And you, Tree?
I'm okay, thank you.
Please let me know if you need anything. I have potions and tonics and wands and healing and you name it.
As you kind of turn around, I would kind of turn to Una and be like, "Who's Hemlock and Amir again?"
We'll introduce everyone to you soon, buddy. They're friends though.
Okay.
Amir is.
I'll come out
Skip sometimes when we remember.
I'll come out to Skip and say, I think there's something with Tree. So go easy. And give him
Una will be
some space.
fine shortly. Like, there's nothing with Tree. Tree's just moved on to the next step.
That I'm not to be blunt.
You of all people should be understanding of that one there, Skip.
Sure.
I'd just like to give him his space and patience as he explains what happened.
I'll do my best, of course. And since you're all there looking, originally, you guys would have known that first tree was an oak tree, or rather, it was the roots of an oak tree. This is probably more closer to like a pine, and whereas first tree was very sturdy in its composition, tree flakes a lot and it's very creaky. Not quite as sturdy as you would remember.
Just in case you guys forgot what Sheriff Hemlock looked like.
The man.
Fantasy ground's closed again, so
Not
it
comfortable.
crashed.
I noticed that.
It just like froze and then eventually closed.
My bit rate said I'm in the green, so I should be. We're or leveling back out. So that I don't know.
I was also having issues with mine, but it's actually loaded now, finally.
Nice. Amir will look over to Tree and... Good to see you, friend. Hope you are well. We were unsure if you were going to return to us.
Yep, I'm here. There's no flicker of recognition.
Una kind of walks up front and goes, okay, Tree. Guys, this is going to be kind of weird. Could you each introduce yourself?
Not any weirder than anything else we've done. Starting the standard order.
I'm Amir Thane Moles Venator the Fourth, but you would remember me as Skip.
Yep. Okay.
And my name is Grailfundor Everweave. And you are my very first friend. And you may call me Grail.
Okay, Grail.
And I'm Vincent Reinhardt.
Hello.
And you can call him Vinny.
Yep. You did before you left. You're the only one that's done it so far.
Just gonna make that canon.
Wait, did that actually happen, or just pull that shit
No.
out of my ass? Because I thought
I remember. Oh
Nope,
no,
it
was
never
Mr.
happened.
It was Mr. Vincent.
Nope.
Not
Mr.
Mr.
Vincent.
Vincent.
Nope.
Yeah.
You just made Vinny
I
canon
could've
now.
sworn I pulled that shit out of my ass.
Vinny can be canon though.
Grail just looks
Green just
confused.
got
He's like,
told that's what he
okay,
called you,
Vinny?
Season
Don't you
2
start,
already
Dale.
retconning season 1.
That's how we do things.
Perhaps we should get down to business. I believe there's many things that seem to be wrong.
Hemlock would introduce himself as well.
Hmm.
Sheriff Hemlock, it's a pleasure. Tree.
Hello. Nice to meet you. My name's Tree.
From what I understand, it sounds like the two of you ran into some issues outside of town.
Is that why you came here this morning?
No,
Not quite.
it is not. But hearing what happened, I'll send some guards to patrol the roads that you came from, see if they find anything.
And Una would really go out of their way to stress that they don't believe you're going to find anyone, not because, we hallucinate or anything fun like that, because how the hell do we hallucinate those bruises? But, more that, that whoever attacked us, it wasn't, just someone wandering upon us. It was tactical.
Right.
And there were a lot.
And the more I think about it, the less I think we escaped, the more I think we were let go.
I have questions later, but apologies. Sheriff, please let us know what your troubles are, as they might compound ours.
Could you open the note as well for me again? It
Yeah.
closed all of the mess.
There you go. I open
Thank
for
you.
you?
Yep.
Okay, cool. He's like, well, fortunate the timing of this, so I apologize to put this on you after such a harrowing incident, but I wasn't sure who to go to for help. And the 5 of you have done so much for Sandpoint already. To put it simply, I believe we have a murderer in our midst.
Which one of us?
I don't think he's talking about us. No.
Not quite.
Yeah, he
the direct
he actually kind of glances
That
at
one was going to kill babies.
he kind of glances at actually a mirror for a second. He's like, well, one who I fear has only begun his work. I'm sure, Grail, you remember the late unpleasantness and how this town nearly tore itself apart in fear of choppers' slayings.
Yes, and with the well having run dry, it's unlikely that the cause was similar to that it was in the past.
Well, whether or not it's caused by this well is still similar, I'm afraid. Last night, the murderer struck at the sawmill. There are 2 victims, and you can tell he's like recollecting it, and he like winces. They're in pretty rough shape. Gruesome would be the more appropriate way to put it. The bodies.
Was it Benny or Ebor?
Well, they were actually discovered by Ebor.
But Banny? Is Banny okay?
I'm afraid Banny is one of them.
Son of a bitch.
But by the time my men arrived on the scene, we already had gawkers forming up outside. I still have my men stationed there now, keeping anyone from going in, keeping it locked down. But the thing that bothers me is the fact that isn't just the 2 dead bodies. It's that there's actually the second set of murders we've had in the last few days.
And we're just now hearing about this.
Well, the only one actually deputized is points at Amir.
Amir kind of taps his badge on his chest. It's like,
Emir, did you know about the murders?
I'm finding out about them now. I believe being deputized, I would hope you would have brought something like this to me.
I thought I'd be able to handle it ourselves. But my men are very capable in lots of things, but this, I'm afraid, is a bit beyond them. They were barely able to handle themselves against the goblins. I fear whatever this is an evil far worse than goblins. And he kind of looks at Amir. He's like, I fear the murderer knows one of you very well.
Amir will kind of look at him and slowly nod a little bit and reaches in his pocket and he pulls out this bloodied piece of paper. And as he like shows it around to all of you, you can see Amir written on the front in very like chicken scratch, hastily written writing maybe, and opens it for all of you to like look at it and kind of hands it around. DM, if you want to do me the favor of sharing the piece of paper with everybody.
Already did.
He just did.
He's ahead of the curve. What am I saying?
I tried to.
Graelfindor studies Amir, and
I apologize. Your name is actually written in blood on the front.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
not ink.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So chicken scratch blood. Sorry.
Does it say Amir or does it say Skip?
It says Amir.
Is it just his first name?
Yeah.
Amir.
And in fairness, you still mostly go by Amir, don't you?
No, Skip. Almost
Looks like
uniquely Skip at this point.
He kind of just cast off his Amir name.
I guess I
I'm
would
saying because everyone else here calls him Amir, that's why I wasn't sure.
No, I know, yeah.
I'd say-
But everybody in town, he only introduces himself and like asks people to call him Skip.
Okay.
Skip. Could this have to do with your past?
If it does, I'm unaware of how. I must say, after my death, there's a period of time before that I don't recall.
That's right.
Unsure as to how far back that goes. I remember preparing for a hunt, like I had a job I was going to do, setting out to slay something. I remember getting my gear ready, arming myself, and then I woke up in a grave. Past that, I am unsure. I will say, I feel like this is likely the appropriate time to bring it forward. I recently received a vision, which is likely why you could not find me the other night. I've been frequenting the boneyard here in town, seeking some form of direction from Pharasma or the psychopomps. Are any of you familiar with the Armuth as beings? They are, for those who are unaware, they are slayers of the undead, psychopomp adjacent. They are servants of Pharasma. They carry out some of her bidding on occasion, but they are more of the getting their hands dirty sort of psychopomp. My family, our crest bears their visage, the owl mask. One came to me last night, told me to prepare for a threat. It gave me, and he draws his pistol, and you can see a glowing white rune on the side. That's a vitalizing rune. It gave me this to prepare with, and it gave me a horrific vision. A vision of death. Flesh being torn asunder, bones being broken, pain and agony.
Would that be a religion check to know what these things are?
Yes, they're a citrus-based entity. Cousins of a lemon.
Yeah, Tree is very much unfamiliar with these.
Cool.
So Vincent's gonna look at Skip,
You're all the two.
and he's gonna
Well, there you go.
kind of dig his eyes into Skip and be like, Skip, does this by chance, I was gonna say boar, but I don't want to talk about boars. Does this by chance, do you think this could have anything to do with the Zarni that we ran into a while back?
Hemlock might be more equipped to speak to their motives than I, but I doubt it. They seem to be more of a drug, other petty crime operation. They are dangerous for sure, but for those of you unaware, Vince and I were investigating a mafia ring that operate out of a tavern here in town. They seem to not be causing any uproar. They try to keep a low profile. They don't cause any damage or harm. From what we can tell, anyway, we were unable to investigate the full scope of their operations, but I would say a doubt. This seems like murder for the sake of murder. It is aimed at me for some reason.
You have the connection to this town, and whoever this was doesn't like that, and they want you to return to the fold. It's likely your paths has come back.
I will say as well, I have no family here in Sandpoint. To my knowledge, I had no reason to be anywhere near here when I died. Why I was found dead near here is still a mystery to me. Perhaps it was something with this. Perhaps I was investigating whoever this is. A necromancer of some sort, perhaps. That would make sense to me, though I have no inclination to even make a guess.
Until then, we have no idea if this was written by the murderers or the victims. I am leaning towards the murderer, but it's unsure.
As it is written in their blood, I would lean towards the murderer as well.
Why don't we go talk to Ebor?
An investigation.
If he's the one who found them, and he's, he was basically partners with Bene, I'm sure he saw something.
We will have to investigate, but there's still the problem of your attackers as well, Una, that we should discuss before we leave here.
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't think they're going to show up in the middle of the day.
Do we think there's any
They-
connection
by night.
between those who attacked you and those who are committing these crimes?
I have no idea. We don't really know who attacked us, just like we don't know who committed these crimes.
I recommend none of us travel about alone until we figure out what the threat is.
Amir will also turn to the sheriff and will. Perhaps it is best if we up the guard rotations as well. Perhaps we should keep people on the lookout in the meantime. Maybe not let the people know in town that there's a threat, but prepare for one nonetheless.
That was my plan. If you were all going to accept, I was going to do my best to keep things quiet and keep eyes off of you. Obviously, I need you all to be as discreet as possible with your investigations.
Please, in your preparations, close off any access to the catacombs as well, regardless of the renovations, until we can be assured it's not connected.
Yes, we can do that. Yes, I will take it that you're all in then.
Indeed. We will need details. Where was the first murders?
The one from several days ago you neglected to mention.
Who and where?
Well,
Grail looks really disappointed in Hemlock right now.
Vincent kind of like feels a little disappointed in himself because he's shot down. It could have been him, and I could have gotten that info and gotten the party up to date, but I turned it down.
well, reason why it wasn't as pertinent was it was a group of con men from the town of Galduria. They're found in an abandoned barn south of the town. Their bodyguard, however, that was with them, was found alive. But he had seemed to have gone insane, and he was sent to Habe's sanatorium.
You said Habe?
Yeah.
Habes.
Yeah. H-A-B-E apostrophe S.
Possessive is important.
What was the name of the town?
Galduria. Galduria.
Is that a town is that one of the towns that I visited?
No. They, let's just say it's not abnormal to find people in their run of the, what they do to find them. Sometimes, finding the consequences for their actions. However, there was a bit too much in common with what was found today. I'll let you head over to the lumber mill so you can take a look yourself. The guards, I guessed in the hopes that you would say yes, so they will let you in. No issues asked. Ivor is in the garrison right now. I talked to him for a bit already.
Has Titus already been notified of this?
No.
Okay. Would you like us to tell him, or are you guys going to?
We'll handle it.
Okay. Please let me know how he reacts.
Sure.
He runs the mill, is that correct?
Yes, Titus Garnetti owns the mill.
Yes.
That's correct.
It's run by, well, I guess now it's just run by Ivor.
Hemlock, have you thought of maybe talking to Shalelu or Deverin if you need a little extra manpower? They might be willing to offer for protection of Sandpoint. Can't make any promises, but being as Deverin used to be an adventurer, he wouldn't be too bad to have back in you.
Could ask Tavern. Shalelu has already left again to head to the wilds. I don't know when she'll be back.
Well, what about Sir Kravosky? Look at us, we're all just throwing out fucking names.
I know. I'm like, God, I can't keep up with all of these names, guys. My notes.
Korvosky's the one we went on the hunt with. Davarin is the one that collects goblin ears. And then, of course, Shalelu.
Like, Davarin hasn't really done much of this kind of stuff in a long time.
He's also retired.
Deverin.
No, Davarin.
Jesus Christ! Did they really give two NPCs that close of names?
Yep.
The mayor and some dick who likes ears.
There's Davarin and there's Deverin, which is Gavin and Kendra.
Yeah. He
bless you all for whatever sneezings that you are doing.
I'm literally going through my fucking notes as we're talking.
Oh God.
I have a lot of notes on the Obsidian portal, so
he
I forgot that existed. Yeah. Fucking text files.
He goes, well, since you correctly guessed who one of the victims was Una.
Titus?
No, not Titus.
Or Benny.
And this seems to be one of the tougher parts for him. The other victim was one of Venvinder's daughters. Shayless. Oh, sorry, not Shayless. Katrine.
Truly, Shane.
Is that a pregnant pause? Because somebody here like
relation
there? Or
shit!
Is that just
that's
a random NPC we barely
That's
know?
the general store's daughter.
One of his daughters. Yeah.
Oh no!
He only has one daughter now. I don't know why you're saying daughters.
Oh
damn!
Oh, too soon, you son of a bitch!
You said
that literally just happened.
Oh no! Well, I forged a good relationship with Van Vinder because of my business and selling stuff.
Wait, Shayless is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shayless is the younger,
I mean, the
youngest
remaining one.
Yeah. Shayless was the one that you had
yeah.
She talked to you.
Did Corgi draw the art for
the one that
Shayless?
talked to you.
No.
The one,
When
I was like, damn, this art.
How young are we talking about, Vinny?
This art goes hard. What the?
Of age. Of age.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did not mess around with the art of Shayless.
Of age.
I skipped the whole like event thing that had to do with her trying to.
Oh,
damn! I turned that down.
Yeah, you made a mistake.
Oh my god! I should have looked at the picture first.
You
Jeez.
made a mistake.
That's
Holy
insane.
Yeah.
That's the one that First Tree had a vision of.
Yeah.
That's the real big booby lady.
He accidentally transposed.
We are all adults here. We're doing great.
Hemlock continued saying, unfortunately, that would make Ven most prime suspect. Apparently, Katrine and Canis were having a secret relationship.
And you suspect he'd kill his daughter over it?
Wait, who was
I don't
having
suspect anything of Ven. I think he's innocent. But
Who's having
why
an
is he a
affair?
suspect?
That's just how it always works. People who are related are always prime suspects first.
Who'd you say was
Don't
having
look
an
at me
affair
that
with
way.
Shay?
You know that's true.
If my
you give
kid
me
gets killed, the cops are like, you probably fucking did it.
Have you
the
not
spouse
fucking
lovers.
watched a single crime show and then be like, yep, I killed my son and his fiance. It fucking happened. Why is it that absurd?
I was gonna say as well, like we
It's
had
usually
shit like that happen in my town, and the first thing that the like TBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, did was bring the parents and her siblings into custody and like thoroughly, because they thought they did it for like 2 days.
Yeah, it's always family that's suspected first. That's just the rule of things.
But yeah,
who was Katrine hooking up with?
The other victim.
Benny? Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Shit.
That's just like a normal relationship.
But it was secret.
It was not approved of. Quite
and
strongly.
past tense.
All right.
And
so
then,
are we going together as a crew then?
Yeah. I would say yes.
I do want to mention the thing that made me bring it to you. Is you'll find it. A carving. Looks like a 7-pointed star.
Shit.
I knew it.
First tree would probably have been completely eyes glazed over. The adults are in the room talking, no idea what's going on. But the moment you said 7-pointed star, you would have perked up and been like, so then they are connected. Let's go. And then you would grab his spear and his shield and start making his way towards the door.
Like you know where you're going. Where are we going?
Yeah, literally, it would be open the door, go, I don't know where I am.
Amir will get his note back and fold it up and put it back in his pocket.
Okay.
The bloodied note.
Excellent. Okay. So Hemlock's gonna go do what he said he's gonna do, which he's gonna try and like pretty much keep the peace of the town, keep people like away from especially the crime scenes. His number one goal, as you mentioned, is to avoid panic. Especially, I mean, the late unpleasantness was not that long ago. And so something like this happening again has him really worried. And Amir, he would say this to you specifically, whether it's like he would pull you aside privately or, you know, what have you, is like, you need to do your best to not let people find out. And he like presses wherever you like put the note that your name is on this note.
Understood.
I can only do so much, but if a mob gets fired up,
that is solid advice. I will take it to heart.
Amir hears a whisper in his ear, and it says, if you need me to use magic to disguise the note temporarily, respond in this message.
so everyone at home can do their research on
And
Shayla's.
Grail looks over his shoulder and you can see magic on his fingertips. He casts the message spell, so anything you think will be whispered into my ear.
DM, I have a question.
No retcons.
Nope. No retcon. Why didn't you show me that picture when I was making my decision?
Jesus Christ.
You had access to the Obsidian portal. Like
I did. I just forgot it existed.
I'm glad you're just so vain that a two-dimensional drawing would have swayed your
Okay,
opinion.
but it's Chris's type IRL, so
We've
We've already established you're all weebs, so of course a two-dimensional drawing would have helped.
The ogre, he's falling.
No, the eyes aren't big enough if it was a weeb thing.
She fits like. Is she toxic? Is my next question. Because if she is, she probably fits my face.
I literally said.
No, she's alive.
I literally said in the description, like, she has a reputation. Like,
that's fair.
Oh, Shayla's?
Yeah.
Amir will answer your message with, for now, I believe we are all right. If it comes to it, I will give you the signal for such a thing.
And Grail looks completely different from when you guys come back. He has a completely new set of robes, an actual like magical, you know,
Mage hat.
wizard hat. His staff's been improved. He has like his bandolier has a shitload of wands in it and scrolls, and then he's got potions on his belt. His robes have little padded, like he's like they're combat robes, and he looks completely different. The insecure, like nervousness, completely washed out by exhaustion and paranoia. And he's like, his mage armor, you can see it already activated, and he's just like completely on edge.
I guess that's also important. Amir has a face tattoo now.
Oh, sick.
To mention that, yeah. He took tattoo artist, which is like magical tattoos, and one of them I should have bought one of the. I should have bought. But he has an eye slash now, so he looks like Mike Tyson. He's got the like around the outside.
Oh my god!
You talk with a lisp.
Yeah, I do. It came with the tattoo. I don't know.
It comes with the tattoo.
And then you can also see at this like bottom of his neck. Sometimes he has like little triangles that kind of comes down and disappears off to both sides around his neck. That's all you can see. But yeah, he has tattoos now.
Hell yeah.
And Una kind of leans over by Tree and goes, I swear they weren't this edgy before.
Okay.
I believe you.
Okay.
Why does he smell like death?
That's just the graveyard. Don't worry about it.
It's
just where I spent a lot of my time.
we talked about this. Remember, sometimes people change their names or their appearances, but they're still the same people.
Grail's like, I may not have showered in a few days, and I've been working with sulfur. Oh, him? Oh, never mind.
Where are you guys gonna start?
I think we're gonna go
Sawmill
to the scene.
Sawmill.
Scene of the crime. Always returning to the scene of the crime. All right. Excellent. Courtesies of Sean Maps. I think this one was Sean Maps. Actually, it might be someone else. Courtesy to someone online. We actually have
a map.
We actually have a map for the sawmill.
Time to get ready for combat.
Fuck.
I'm going to switch us over to.
Oh yeah, we had talked about going to fight the thing in the dungeon as well, but we'll do that some other time. Obviously, there's pressing matters.
I was hoping two of you guys would try to take that on.
Nope. It was one of
I thought that's what we were doing in this episode.
I figure it's going to happen eventually, but you guys have
pressing matters.
Yeah, stuff going on.
Yeah.
I do. When we get close, I pull out a wand and I turn to Tree. I say, if you don't mind, I'm going to cast a spell on you. It'll help us in case we get into danger.
Okay.
It'll allow you to reposition yourself much quicker. And
That's great, because this body's a little bit more clunky than I remember being in.
And he smiles at you. He says, I'm sure you'll get used to it in time. And he taps you on the shoulder, and you will have Tailwind.
Wow, what does that do?
It gives you a +10 status bonus to your speed for 8 hours.
Okay. That's really good, because my armor trumped my speed.
Because you're rocking heavy, right?
Yeah.
Very slow.
Unfortunately, I can't bump up to the next level of like real armor, heavy armor, until the next level because I'm too weak. Oof. Gotta be level, or I gotta have 4 strength, and that's literally not possible for a cleric.
This is true.
Okay. So you guys head over to the sawmill. As you guys arrive to it, let me see if should probably check. Oh, that's right. Is it not gonna work again? Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry, I need to add. Apparently, I need to add lighting. Otherwise, it's going to be in black and white. Which is weird because it says the lighting is on. Tell me what you guys see when I share it with you.
I see dead people.
Oh wait,
Let's see black and white.
I can see.
In the black and white.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't really mind black and white. It kind of just adds to the ambiance.
Yeah, this is
see
definitely like
grayscale.
a noir-esque kind of a thing. So
I'm good with it.
I don't think there's
Somebody has to
sunlight.
start an
I don't think you have
internal
a sunlight activated.
We've got a deputy, we got a bounty hunter.
It was early one morning. He came to my door. I could see in his eyes he had something he needed to tell me. As I brought him indoors, start the internal detective monologue. It'll be great.
is there noir jazz as a soundscape?
Have you seen Community? That's one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah, with that is great.
It's like what's that movie that is a thing?
Oh,
It's all
that one
black
with
and-
the thing?
The internal monologue.
The black and white
It's Sin City.
Sin City, yeah.
I got you. I
That's
knew.
based on an actual old detective.
It's only been like 15 years since I've seen that movie.
As soon as
so.
you said internal monologue, I was like, Sherlock?
Elijah Wood. Man, that was crazy seeing Elijah Wood in that.
Frodo?
Lady Gaga's in the second one.
Very strange. I wonder why it's. I guess we're in a noir setting now.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Can we get some wind gusting in the background, please?
Yeah, let me see what I can get for you.
I don't grab a drink while you're doing that.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Uh-oh. We're dropping like flies.
I was gonna say,
Okay, I can wait.
we're so close to our break.
I can wait. I just looked at the time.
This one
yeah.
is called Big City Streets Investigation Music. Let's hear what it sounds like.
Not to mention my kiddo's already passed out, so. Okay, don't worry.
I heard a car. Beep, beep.
Wasn't a car, it was a street
What
performer.
the fuck was that? It's like looking
Ooh,
around.
maybe this one is called Eerie Investigation.
Ooh.
Little you know, it's talking about Lake Erie.
He's making monkey noises. Ooh, ah.
I like it.
Hoo-ha.
That is eerie.
All right. So you guys arrive to the lumber mill, and there is definitely, as Hemlock said, quite the crowd of people hanging around outside of it. You guys can see, like, through the crowd, a couple guards standing next to doors. They're like occasionally like having to like shoo people away. Like people are like asking questions like, "What's going on? Hey, what happened in there?" And they're like trying to shoo them away, but they're clearly outnumbered in the situation. But no one's like being like rowdy about it or anything. And when you guys walk through the crowd to get up to the guards, they would like nod to you, and you can tell like they're tired, like sweating a little bit. They look like nervous. Some like one of them probably looks like a little shooken up about what's going on. You
I
guys
see
don't.
the fucking heroes rolling up in full squad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be more disconcerting for some of the public to see.
A little bit.
You guys would also, I'll say like kind of when you're approaching that there's like it has a pier out on the other side of it, of course, too. All right, let you guys go ahead and move up, and they would open the doors so you guys could
Oh,
go in.
big bass drop.
Ooh.
I like this eerie music. It's very eerie.
There, go ahead and move yourselves. I unlocked your tokens.
Everything's all dark.
Oh yeah, we can't see now while we're clicked on our characters.
Oh, it's a pitch
You guys
black
can't.
now.
You don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Ah,
Shut up. I look through your eyes. Hey, look at that. There's a corpse to the north.
Can you see?
Oh
where-
yeah, look at that. That's all.
I mean, I assume that's what that is.
I got-
Yeah, very much so.
My eyesight, I can
Ooh.
see blood and color in the dark. So
And a corpse.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
can't see color
That's
at all,
really
motherfucker.
cool that the color fades as we go. That's so cool.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, there's a dead body over here.
Yeah, so there are 2 dead bodies, as was reported. Looks like you guys are walking to the southern one. This looks like the remains of a young woman. And you can see as clearly on the map. Looks like she was shoved into the log splitter.
Oh,
Okay.
Is that something on the ground by the body? I can't say if that's a lamp or.
it's like a broom or a
You
I
would
don't know,
see.
everything's
So
curling so
Double-
much.
or an
We got
axe.
spoiled on those Sean maps, dude.
you would see
Where
her.
everything actually means something.
You would see her mangled remains, obviously heaped on the floor, amidst blood-stained firewood. A pale face, obviously. Pale-faced, obviously upset guard is like standing nearby, like at attention nearby. Like he's been guarding like this spot, and he obviously looks very disturbed about what's going on here.
Amir, brandishing his deputy badge, will walk up to the guard and. Sorry, if you had more to say, I'll let you say that first.
I was just gonna say the log splitter, as you guys would know, is like powered by like the water wheel. Everything is like turned off right now, so nothing is running currently. And it consists of like a chute in the floor, with the rotating saw blades that cut the logs they're fed in. Yeah, anyone who's like looking at her body, like investigating, like really the only solace you can get out of it is she died quick. But it's brutal. It's very, very brutal. But go ahead, Skip.
He walks up to the guard and, do you have anything you need to report?
No, nothing.
Then go outside, get yourself some fresh air. He kind of like.
Hold on. Before you do, did you guys move the body, or was she found on the floor here, away from the splitter?
This is where she was. Yeah. Nothing's been touched.
So whoever killed her then moved her.
Does it? I rolled a perception and a medicine check.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see if it was just the natural, like after she was killed that she fell, or she was literally pulled off?
She was probably pulled off.
I look and see if she was, if any extra stuff happened to her after or before. Like if she had injuries that look older or different. I pull up my medical kit and I start poking around gently.
Yeah, you don't find anything in regards to Katrine's body, but all of you do notice now that you're like in here and you're a little bit further in the room, there's like a lingering smell of like decay in the air. It almost smells like if like an animal died somewhere and it's like been sitting for a while, like a long while.
But like not coming off the bodies specifically, like the room just smells like it.
Yeah. Like they died pretty recently. We can roll this into Grelfindor's medicine check. He rolled really well on his medicine. Like they're definitely not like decomposing yet, so it doesn't make sense that they would be.
Could I roll to see if I think it could have been undead?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to roll lore undead for that.
Sure.
Yeah. I will aid him.
Okay. Go for it.
Wait, what's your lore undead?
+7.
I'll roll lore undead.
It's tough to tell. I mean, undead are pretty like
Diverse.
yeah, it's kind of the word I'm looking for is like a lot of them are fairly like feral in like how they act. This looks very like not super organized, obviously, but like you feel like there would be other signs if there was. So you don't got the feeling right now that has anything to do with undead.
Specific to Skip's vision he was given by the Amuth, do the injuries here resemble anything he saw in that vision of people dying?
No.
Okay.
No. She looks like she just got mangled into the saw blade. Otherwise, she doesn't look like anything else happened to her.
Okay.
Is there anything else out in the room that looks out of ordinary?
The doors to the pier are open.
Roughly how?
But I mean, like among the lumber piles or anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
Would I be able to find, like, looking for
Tracks.
footprints, tracks, anything like that in places where there shouldn't be traffic? Like,
I mean,
behind
if somebody pulled her off someone pulled a bloody corpse off of that thing, they'd probably get blood on their feet.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Unless they did it from the ceiling. Fucking Spider-Man.
But
Spider-Man.
like to see if I can't find any tracks or.
I would also like to do the same.
Sure.
Gryffindor's going to detect magic.
Would that be a perception to find tracks or a survival to find tracks?
Survival.
Cool. I rolled a 20
Okay.
because I can choose that.
Good thing to choose.
Over here, you do not notice, shockingly, no sort of tracks. At least none that are like obvious. Like there's probably going to be some like obfuscation of like the blood based on from whoever did it, but you guys obviously did see the body up north, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we just haven't looked at it yet.
As I'm
Just wanted to
metal
make sure the
detecting,
darkness wasn't blocking it.
any magic in this building? If I go up and down.
Any magic in this
that would've been way
building?
worse.
No, there's not.
Okay. I'll do one sweep and then switch back to perception.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so Una and First Tree head up, Tree head up to.
And that's Banny, right?
Yeah, this is Harker's body.
This body looks even more fucked up than the other one, which is quite saying something.
God.
It is. His body has been horribly desecrated. It looks like I think they just added his body on the floor just so you could see it, but he's actually hung up on the wall by meat hooks.
Oh,
So
shit.
then I guess that would explain the blood trails.
Yeah.
All right, does it not look like he's been dragged?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why are there meat hooks in a logging place?
Sorry, not
yeah,
meat
that's
hooks. They're machinery
Log
hooks.
Oh, machinery hooks.
Yeah.
Oh, for logging.
You gotta
hooks.
store their lunch somewhere, bud.
The body obviously is mutilated. The face is carved away, and the lower jaw is missing entirely.
So you said this was Banny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to like metagame too much. How would I know that if his jaw and face were removed and his body was mutilated?
Didn't Hemlock tell you guys that the victim was?
No. I know what Hemlock said. Una knows Banny personally from working with them.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any things about this that confirm that it's Banny?
To you, just the fact that it was him that was having a relationship with
but nothing about
Like
this body.
the
screams
body
that it
doesn't
was.
have any
Distinguishing.
Any mark?
features that would. Does the body look like this person without a lower? Oh, I guess
Jaw
the
or
face has
face.
been ripped off. Yeah, the face is
Right.
ripped off and the jaw is missing. How could you actually tell that this is that person?
If we're going to our shit, this 100 sounds like remove their teeth and burn them in a car.
has its possessions still.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
his
like the clothes look familiar, and if you were to rifle through the pockets,
yeah. Like
Like
Hemlock
or the ground,
obviously
and not evil enough to do that.
Hemlock investigated the body earlier, and so I would say he knows him well.
you want
enough.
a new medicine check here, but I'm also what Gryffindor is actually looking for is where the star is.
no, I
Well, you're in
I
luck.
can medicine check this one.
I was getting there.
No.
His bare chest is defaced as well, bearing a strange rune in the shape of a 7-pointed star. That's
Why
been
would
carved
Danny
onto
do
his
this to
chest.
himself?
Did Hemlock tell me where the note was found? On which body, or was it just laying around?
It was found on this body.
Of course.
Can I do a medicine check? I want to know if this person was alive when all of these things occurred to him.
For some reason, I
or
knew
if,
you were going to ask that.
Not for long, I imagine.
or were they dead and this was all done after the body was expired?
I'm more curious if they put up a fight
Of course.
or if they were just murdered.
The occultism check I rolled was to see if I knew this was part of a ritual or anything. Maybe I recognize.
Looks like, from what you can tell, holy shit, that was a nat 20 from Tree. He definitely was killed before.
Okay, so all of this is not a.
What's the
I
postmortem?
apologize. And since it was a nat 20, I would be very specific. He was killed before the face peeling and the jaw removal, but he was not dead before the rune.
Oh, so it went hanging into rune carving.
Correct. Then died.
Then was defaced.
And then face and jaw removed.
Literally defaced.
I will share that with the class. I will look at them and I will say
Bad.
the chest things is too rough, like he was trying to fight, but the face, those were clean cuts that wouldn't have occurred unless he was already dead.
Yeah, so the other significant things that your medicine check would have revealed is that there are several additional wounds on his body as well. I should also mention, I just haven't gotten to get through this one paragraph yet.
There's
another paragraph of a very important object right next to you guys as well. There's a very suspicious looking axe laying there. But it looks like claws. Like he got slashed by claws.
I will look at Una.
Like 5-fingered, human-sized hands.
Very pointedly looking at Una.
Here's your better proof for
Una's just nodding.
Here's your better proof for his body. Faded tattoo of a raven on his lower abdomen.
And there's no footprints in this pool of blood either?
No, there's not.
Can I study the rune
Yeah, absolutely.
and see if I can, with my, and I have my journal open and I'm using magic and my pen to copy everything that I see in its entirety. And
I would like to poke the axe.
So,
Yeah, I'd like to take a close
is
look
there
at
anything
that
I
as
need
well.
anything I needed to roll for the rune to get any information out of it?
I mean, normally it would expect you to roll to identify it, but it is the exact same. Like it's the Sihedron rune. So,
Yeah.
and you already know what it symbolizes.
Okay.
So,
Is it focused towards? Is it
does
the
that
generic?
Yeah, just generic. Just it looks almost exactly like Nualia's that she
Okay.
wore.
Yeah.
So
The one I'm
there's
wearing
a
currently.
there's a hand axe embedded in the floor. Looks like it was dropped.
Is it like just below the body?
Yeah.
Is it
And
bloody?
It's not magical. I did.
No, not magical.
Yeah.
It has
Not cursed.
bloody finger marks on it.
Hmm.
Close examination of
My
it.
fingerprint kit.
So first there's smears of what looks like rotten flesh and fragments of bone on the blade.
Go on.
I'm
It's-
probably with this. Una
Oh.
goes down and like sniffs the flesh. Does it smell like that lingering scent you said we had?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I'll do a religion check on.
Well, so that is
That is-
there's actually two different. So that's flesh of hard to tell, but it looks like this was actually used on someone. But it does also have the very strong stink of that rotten meat stink.
I mean, I had assumed it had been used on the massively dismembered corpse.
If you're examining it
People's
closely,
bodies don't smell like that too much.
roll fortitude save for me, please, Una.
Fuck.
I'll be sickened, but
I rolled an occultism check to see if I knew a ritual for the carving. The lore undead was about the new undead flesh, so just letting you know.
Um,
I was not wrong.
you have no clue about this ritual, like whatever this is. Oh shit! Yeah, you're good.
Oh, there you go.
God
I don't
damn.
fucking care about that
Yeah.
shit.
would it be
You're like,
Arcana or?
That's the stinky cheese.
I am stuck inside a mask with the smell all day. You have no idea.
I'm going to just.
You know, we don't have sandpoint. We don't have toothpaste.
I didn't mean I was going to drag that out, but
Well, whatever you were arcanaing, you did not.
Arcana.
I don't like the stinky cheese.
You are Kanta.
The religion check would be for. God, I don't even know. Is there any sort of religious or undead thing that would give off this kind of scent?
Why, yes. Yes, there is.
Amir
Cool,
will
what's that?
look at the axe. Una, you sniff it. Amir will like reach over and take it from you and look at it a little bit more closely. And
Oh, I wasn't holding it. That shit's still stuck in the ground. I'm not going to
reach
pick up
over and-
evidence.
He'll look
Suspect
over
number
it
one.
really closely because he thinks he knows what it is now. And looking at it, he will. I believe I do know what this was. This was a ghast. Which no, a ghast.
Sorry, gas, not gas.
Gas.
My bad.
A singular ghast.
I'm actually not super familiar as a person with ghasts in Pathfinder. I don't want to guess. I know ghasts from other things, but I don't want to assume stuff because there's usually minute details that are important.
Want to roll a lore undead then? And I can tell you some stuff that you can sound real cool
Yeah.
puppeting.
Do we want to go off the one I rolled to know what it was, or do we want to make a new one?
No, that one I just automatically gave it to you.
Oh, thanks.
Just due to your background. I gave it to you automatically.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Okay. You haven't encountered ghasts a lot. You know them as very foul smelling and like constantly hungry, like powerful creatures. And you also know that they pretty much create other undead by killing people. They are who